Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. I am Masterath, and I welcome you to this. PlayStation presents. Again, as usual. Warner Brothers also presents. Made by EA Games. Challenge everything and all that stuff. When EA actually used to give a damn about their video games. And we can choose the epicness of our language. We can choose British, not English. Not English, no, not English or American, no. British. We can choose French. We can pick German. We're going to go for English, obviously. Welcome, folks, to Let's Play... Loading. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Also known as Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone in America. Game made in 2001 by EA, Electronic Arts Incorporated, and Warner Brothers for the Sony PlayStation 1. Okay, so this game is sort of like a puzzly adventure game, which is very enjoyable. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to create myself a new save file. A new save block, which allows you to save 3 separate games. As I said, nice puzzly, actiony adventure game. I like it. I like it a lot. So much that I actually own 4 different copies of this game. Because 2 copies don't work. 1 copy works until you get to pretty much the last quarter of the game. And then the other one, which is this one, it works fully, but the only problem is that the music glitches out every so often. But it's the best copy I've got. It suffers from something that I like to call micro-machinitis, which is from when I was a child. The first game to sort of stop working for me was Micro Machines V3 for the PS1. And then we got another copy, which didn't work at all. So we called it micro-machinitis. Other games that have followed micro-machinitis are 3 of my Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone games, Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, and Driver 3. Anyway, let's start the game, now that I've gone through that. Let's start the game. Alright, now I'm known for being very, very bleeding talkative, but I'm going to try and stay as silent as I can so you guys can read and listen to the plot. Plot.
There was nothing about the starry sky that night to suggest that strange and mysterious things would soon be happening. As unsuspecting muggles slept, a huge motorbike with a giant astride it tumbled down from the darkness. The giant, named Hagrid, left a blanket-wrapped bundle on the doorstep of number 4 Privet Drive. Nestled in the bundle was a baby, Harry Potter, the boy who lived.
Whoop!
For the next 11 years, Harry lived with his dreadful step-parents, the Dursleys.
Dudley looks a lot older than he's supposed to be.
Until that
He's supposed to be like a year younger than Harry.
When he received the letter inviting him to attend Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Hagrid took Harry to Diagon Alley to purchase a most unusual list of school supplies. Soon after, Harry caught the Hogwarts Express from platform 9 3/4 and left the Muggle world far behind. Harry sat beneath a sorting hat, hoping that he would not be chosen for Slytherin House over Gryffindor. Not Slytherin, eh? Said the hat in his ear. You could be great. It's all here in your head, and Slytherin will help you on your way to greatness. No? Well, if you're sure, better be Gryffindor.
And that is the plot! Not a lot of plot pretty much done here, but oh well, what'd you expect? It's pretty much just telling you, I think, like the first 50 pages of the book. Or a bit more than that, probably. Anyway, oh look! It's Mr. Albus Dumbledore! Professor Dumbledore himself. He looks so sort of suave and sort of, I don't really care about any of this, especially you. So, what's up, Albus? Yes. Oh yeah, this is the, I'm gonna have to say this. Welcome to
Okay,
fine.
Hogwarts
Never mind.
is full of secrets, Harry. So search behind every door, but keep in mind, not all secrets.
For some reason, that first line doesn't come up.
Oh,
I have no clue.
Which reminds me, the third floor corridor is out of bounds to everyone who does not wish to suffer a most painful death.
I love the fact that just sort of like, he says that so sort of, by the way, yeah, so I don't want to tell you this really. Also, I like the inverted Scottish flag at the top there. You see that there?
Nitwit.
Ah, how dare you call me a nitwit! I'm going to kick your ass in a minute, Dumbledore. I don't care how old you are. You see that? You see that inverted Scottish flag? Yeah. I saw that too. Anyway, let's go to places. First, where's the first place we want to go? Well, everywhere's locked. Apart from this place, which is the portrait room. We're not going to go in there just yet. There is a portrait in there if we want. Yeah, Dumbledore's just going to wander around there aimlessly for his entire life. And a silent moment for the most lonely character in this game. Look at him. He's walking around. This is the only time we see Albus Dumbledore, folks. The headmaster of Hogwarts. Only time we see him. And he's walking around doing nothing. Alright, that's more than a moment now for Dumbledore. Let's carry on. Okay, so I thought I mentioned I just want to check on these first. There will be emblems around the around Hogwarts, celebrating or commemorating the 4 houses. This one is Gryffindor House, the house that we have, the house that we are. The other ones are Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and Ravenclaw. People who don't know, Harry Potter. Who doesn't know Harry Potter? Seriously, 7 novels or 7 stories made by J.K. Rowling. You know, never mind. Anyway, also made into 8 films. So you can obviously slide down banisters, which is quite awesome. Anyway, there are these 2 people here, so let's go and talk to them.
By the look of that scar, you must be Harry Potter.
I am,
I'm
yes.
Fred Weasley, and this is my brother, George.
Hello.
Hello there, Harry. We have a proposal for you.
I'm
In
game,
Hogwarts,
okay, what's
there are
it?
special portraits. And behind these special portraits are prizes. But
Interesting.
of course, not just anyone can open up the portraits. You need to know the password. If you bring us earwax every flavour beans, we'll tell you the password.
Earwax flavour?
We'll be in
That
the
sounds like
Gryffindor
crap.
common room, which is through the portrait of the fat lady.
Does she like it that you
See you
call her
around, Harry.
fat? Seriously. That's just upsetting. Anyway, so yes, as you can see, if we press the pause button, there are some certain things there. For example, the thunderbolt or lightning bolt on the top left-hand side of the screen. Well, it symbolises Harry's scar that he's got on his head, and that is our life meter. If it goes down 0, we lose, and we have to go back to our last checkpoint. The sort of pentagon thing, 017, that's our famous Witches and Wizards cards, which we get throughout the game. And 4 different Bertie Bott's every flavoured beans, different colours. So for the yellow ones, we need to get Fred and George. The yellow ones, we need 50 of them. There's also spells and obviously the Gryffindor emblem, which is our house points, which is done 4 times and pretty much commemorates when you're a fifth of the way, when you've finished a fifth of the game each time. Anyway, there's the fat lady. We're not going to bother talking to her for the moment. We will later. Anyway, here's something I want to talk about. Here is a bookcase. You can't climb on this bookcase, but if you press square next to it, you can actually go into it. Bloody birds outside also. If you hear that, I do apologise. Anyway, so you can go through bookcases you can't stand on. There's a little bit of a notion for that. Anyway, here is our first famous Witches and Wizards card right behind the bookcase.
Merlin.
And it's of Merlin. Yes. Okay, so there are 17 of them, each of sort of like wizards and other stuff like that. There's Albus Dumbledore is one of them, and there's a few others and stuff like that. Anyway, for the moment, we're going to go in here, because this is where we need to go. We'll go to the Charms Corridor. There's the Fat Friar, it's a ghost. And here is the Slytherin emblem, in fact. Obviously, a snake. Gryffindor's is sort of like a lion. Hufflepuff's is an elephant, I believe, and Ravenclaw's is some form of bird. Okay, let's go.
Hey, Harry. Remember me? Ron Weasley.
Hello, Ron. I met your brothers earlier.
Draco Malfoy ran through this door with an owl under his arm. I think it was your owl Hedwig. Let's go after him.
My owl? No! He can't have done that. What an asshole. Alright, this is Ron, your first sort of friend in this game, your best mate. And Draco Malfoy is your enemy, let's put it this way. At the start of the game, at least. He becomes very insignificant later.
Let's find Hedwig.
Well, well, well.
Speaking of the guy...
Famous Harry Potter. I'm Draco Malfoy, and you
Hello.
do well to show me respect. Looking for that owl of yours?
Yes.
How careless of you to leave it lying about. Go home to your mother, Potter. Oh, sorry. You don't have one, do you?
Oh! Oh! You got owned there! Do you need a Bernie, or where's Blaine when you need him? Oh! God, that was nasty. That was mean! Joe Malfoy, it wasn't for the fact that I was like 5 foot tall and I'd come up there and kick your ass. Look at Malfoy just sitting there going, well, you know, I'm just sort of not doing anything, you know, there's nothing really I can do at this point, you know, I'm just gonna stand here kicking my heel against the wall like a complete idiot. I've got nothing else to do in my life, you know, anyway, never mind. No one cares about me anyway.
He's a nasty piece of work. Just ignore him. Us Gryffindor should stick together.
Where the bloody hell did you go when he was insulting my deceased mother, you bastard? So yeah, the story pretty much, the backstory of...
To climb up,
hold on.
just push forwards on your controller.
Yeah, Ron's doing tutorials, great. So the backstory of Harry Potter is that his parents were killed by the evil dark wizard Lord Voldemort. And Harry's now at Hogwarts, a good, 10 years afterwards. He's now 11, I believe, in this. Anyway, so, you got to push towards the edge to climb up onto something. So, for example...
Let's go.
Yep, thank you, Ron. So, for example, I can, if I wanted to, jump on this ledge here. There you go, and push towards it, and I climb onto it. If you push off on something, if you push off on a ledge, you can jump, which we'll find out in a minute. Ron will show us how in a minute. Indeed, Ron.
To jump, just approach the edge and keep pressing forwards on the controller.
Okay. So, here's a feather. Let's collect it. Jump. And jump again.
Look, there's another feather. I'll double back and watch the entrance. You better go on and rescue Hedwig.
What happened to us Gryffindors should stick together? What happened to that? I'm guessing that went south side, didn't it? Bit like Draco Malfoy's jokes. Anyway. Oh, God. I hate it when it does that. This game is notorious, just like a lot of PlayStation games, for having crap camera angles. However, this game is one of the most bought games in the history of the PlayStation. At least behind Gran Turismo and Spyro, I think. It's like something like number 3. But, oh boy, is it difficult to control sometimes. I like to change camera just randomly. There you go. And we're through. Dun dun. Epic. Anyway, so when we collect all the feathers, we could... No. Bad game. Stop doing that. Alright. So when you collect all the feathers, the door opens. Hey! Hey, Nick.
Look how tall this room is. Well, I mean, you must go all the way to the top to get out.
Okay.
If you
Seems
want to
easy.
look around, press your triangle button. Press the triangle button again when you've finished.
Thanks, Nick. Alright, so here's a useless thing we're not going to be using, but I'll use it just here. Use the triangle button, you can sort of look around and see stuff. For example, that's a cross or an inverted cross. I don't know, at the top there. But you can look around. It can be useful at points, but I can't bother to use it, really. Anyway, so that was Nearly Headless Nick, the Gryffindor house ghost. He'll turn up quite often to do... Oh, just barely got it. Yeah, but he'll turn up every so often to give you like a tutorial, or he's part of the game just to tell you what's going on, since obviously he's a house ghost. Anyway, something I gotta tell you, or something I'm gonna show you now. You do take fall damage, so do watch out. Just thought I'd show you. Instead of telling you, I thought I'd just show. So that, yeah, by the way, you can take full damage. So full damage is an issue, but it shouldn't be that bad. There's enough health around the place to help you out. Anyway, what is thy health, you may be asking? So why is this random long-haired people in the pictures? And a woman with gigantic bosoms. I'm just gonna have a look for a bit. Sort of looks like a big bosom Margaret Thatcher. Ugh, that's put me off it now. Anyway, how do you get health? You eat one of these chocolate frogs. You eat them, and you gain a bit of your health back. There is one better thing, which is called a oh god, what's the potion called? I can't remember what the potion's called again. It's gone out of my head. I'll try and think of it another time, but yeah.
Some snails
Yo, Nick.
have escaped from a care of magical creatures class. Careful, they're dreadfully poisonous. Press the cross button to cast the Flipendo knockback jinx from your wand. That should stop the wretched things.
Okay.
And watch out for those poisonous snail trails.
I will, don't worry about that. Ah! Our wand is sparking! The first thing we do is we touch it. What a bloody idiot. I could have killed you, Harry, and that would have been... You wouldn't have even gotten the Chamber of Secrets. Voldemort would seriously be there going... Seriously, this is my main rival for 7 books and 8 films. The crap. Anyway. So, yeah, pretty much those things, they have a trail. You touch the trail, you take damage. You just hit him with a flipendo. Or, you can hold down the cross button and fire a super strength flipendo and do more damage. But yeah, there's also a potion in this game which restores your health fully. I can't remember the name of it at the moment. The first time you find one is... I think it's something like in like the 2nd, 5th of the game. Anyway, let's go. Whee!
Hello
Yes.
again. Did you
Yo,
notice
Nick.
that those poisonous snails twinkled?
They did, yes, right above
Things
them,
that
yeah.
twinkle can be affected by a Flipendo knockback jinx.
Interesting to know, Nick.
This is a jinx block. Your Flipendo knockback jinx will move it aside.
It sounds like the person who does the voice to Nearly Headless Nick got very bored by this point. Like, he only done like, oh, I've done one paragraph. How much have I got left? Oh, damn it, I got all this? Really? Bugger off. I'm going home. Anyway, Nearly Headless Nick, bit of useless trivia here, but Nearly Headless Nick was played in the movies by John Cleese, who also played in things like Fawlty Towers, or a lot of people know Monty Python. Anyway, there's a rat over here. Such a nice, lovely rat, isn't it? Let's fire at it. So we shot the rat, and that gives us 30 extra, that gives us 10 house points, if you shoot the rat, so yeah. I do know all the secrets in this game pretty much, so yeah. Ugh! Weird hooded person. Damn you, hooded person. And he walks off. Randomly. Alright. Well, let's try and shoot this one then. Doesn't seem to work. Nick, can you help me out
Well,
here?
you've made it this far. Now take a look at this.
Okay.
A tall jinx block like this one needs a charged Flipendo knockback jinx to move it. To cast a charged knockback jinx,
Help that he
hold down
keeps
the cross
putting his
button
head back
to
in
build up
place.
the spell before releasing it.
Thanks, Nick. So, a charge knockback jinx. Bam! There you go, and that's how you move it.
No!
One more, I think.
No!
There you go, and we get another 5 points. So that's 35 overall. Very nice. And we'll jump up. Watch out, you stupid camera angle. Camera angles are terrible. They're absolutely awful. Anyway, let's go. Dun dun. Let's just use the door.
I'm Neville Longbottom.
To the next room.
Malfoy led me down here
Hello,
and I ran through a
Mr.
secret
Neville
passage with an owl.
Longbottom.
Now I'm trapped by these enchanted
Oh my
books.
god, what happened to your
Lost my
face?
wand, so I can't knock the books out of the way with Flipendo. Use the R1 button to point your wand at the flying books. Then use your cross button to cast.
Yeah, I know, I've been using that for a while, but what the hell is wrong with your face?
Use the R1 button to point your... When all the
What's
books are
wrong
done,
with your
you can look-
face? Neville, what the hell happened to your face? Anyway, use the R1 button. You can target a bit easier that way. But I'm not going to bother using it because I'm too awesome for that. God damn it, camera angle. Really? Come on. Fire. And you're dead. Easy. Didn't even have to use the R1 button there. So, Neville, you lie. We didn't have to use it.
The lever is around here somewhere.
There.
I found it.
I think that's probably the only lever there, Neville. So yes, Neville does look like one of those ass bandits from Castle Crashers, where his cheeks are so big they look like two butt cheeks. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go for a break here as the camera pans around on Harry Potter. And in the next episode of Let's Play Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, we will go through this ominous doorway. See you then.